je mets aussi mon truc en fait.
Tu veux mettre ton truc aussi?
Ouais, je vais le mettre
Vas-y,
par
mets-le,
là-bas.
vas-y, pas de problème.
Comme ça va pour ma tête.
Ouais, c'est bien, c'est parti. Ok, c'est parti, ça.
So when you read the script, did you think, okay, it's my time, I'm gonna beat Morgan Freeman at his own game?
No, I didn't think about Morgan. I haven't seen Invictus,
Okay.
so on purpose. But he's amazing. You know, Morgan is the man. I'm sure he would have made a great Mandela as well in this film. But I certainly felt like this is a big moment for me to showcase what I do for a living. You know.
And you also played the main character in Sometimes in April.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel there's still work to do to bring these kind of stories to the big screen?
Yeah, there's definitely more work. You know, they're very important stories. You know, and these stories are covered in news, but not much time is given to them in the medium of film. So yes, it's important to have, you know, stories that look at the African diaspora in film. And, you know, my parents are from West Africa. It's very important for me to see that happen.
Actually, I was going to ask you, do you think your origins help you to understand this kind of stories? Or
Yes, definitely. Yes. Yeah, you know, my parents very much, my dad especially, very much, you know, followed Mandela's story and, you know, his journey. And I grew up in a household that, you know, he was a hero, you know. So yes, being African definitely helps me to sort of have a point of view in these films.
And when you get this kind of role, do you feel like you're like on a mission, or you just, you know, you're an actor and that's all?
It feels like I'm on a mission now.
Okay.
When I got the role, not so much, but now, yeah, because, you know, I want to see Mandela win. You know, he's a great story. It's an inspirational story. I think people should see it, not because of me, but because it's, you know, it helps to keep the legacy of someone like that alive, you know?
And would you rather live in South Africa during the apartheid, or on Earth but from Pacific Rim with the monsters?
I would have rather lived in apartheid.
Okay.
Than those sea creatures.
You also well known for having played the character of Stringer Bell, and I was wondering, according to you, what would he think about Nelson Mandela?
I think Stringer, and this is a difficult question for me because I haven't thought about Stringer for a long time, but I suspect that Stringer would have been motivated by Mandela's ambition, you know? Mandela had, and Stringer have very similar ambition, you know, they want more than they've got. I have that same ambition, so I can imagine that Stringer would have, you know, respected the man.
I saw recently you posted on Twitter a picture of yourself in the Green Lantern costume. I mean, Mandela isn't enough, you need to be a superhero now?
Well, I didn't post it, I retweeted it.
Yes.
Someone put it up and I love the picture. But look, you know, I'm an actor. The thing about actors is that we can play, well, the idea is to play as many different types of people. You know, Mandela though, like that's the ultimate superhero in my eyes, I think.
And what's gonna happen first? You as Green Lantern or you as James Bond?
Neither of them are going to happen. They're all rumors.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I mean, Green Lantern, honestly, I just like the costume.
Okay.
I don't know if that would ever happen.
And the other one?
James Bond, again, that's just a massive rumor.
Okay.
It's a rumor that's out of control, actually,
Yes.
because everywhere I go, people are talking about it, and it's like, it's just a rumor. But, if I was to ever get the role, it'd be a massive testament for the will of a nation. Like, human beings are very powerful, and if we want something collectively, we can get it. So I think if I was to play James Bond, it wouldn't be because of me, it would be because the nation decided that.
Now that you've been Mandela for this movie, do you feel like you're in the big league, for say? I mean, like Will Smith after Ali or Denzel after
No. This movie, is still an independent film.
Yeah.
It's not a Hollywood film. It's very much an independent. It is a big character, and I think people might, have never seen me do a piece of work like this. No way, not in any of my other films. But I don't think it takes me into the leagues of those guys yet. Those guys are major worldwide movie stars. This movie is about Mandela. People will be like, who was the guy playing him? Oh, Idris Elba. Who? But, I think the movie is going to go up, not necessarily me,
Now I get a horrible question, but I have to ask it. Do you think if Mandela has died months ago, it would have helped this movie? I'm talking about promotion, of course.
That is a horrible question.
Yes.
Even Mandela's health scare has made this movie a lot more relevant because people realize that he's very old. But it's hard for me to talk about him, not here because I'm so closer to the man now,
Yeah.
Like it's heartbreaking, in fact.
Okay. And because of this movie, you feel like...
Yeah, I feel a lot closer to him, man, and even though I've never met him, it's just that I own part of his legacy. Not own, I've offered part of me to become part of his legacy. So I feel very close, anything happens to him happens to me at this point. It's weird.
Okay.
Thanks, man.